Some accounts are more than just stories, right? They're like these little windows that open up to a whole different level of reality. A reality where divine authority is so profound, it can command the very fabric of existence itself. And today, we're going to explore some of those accounts.
We're talking about an authority that can defy the most destructive element we know, fire. A power that has complete control over the hidden treasures buried deep within the earth. And a connection to a world we can't see, a direct line to divine messengers.
And, ultimately, a power over life, and even death itself.
So where do these incredible accounts come from? Our source is Kitab al-Kafi. Now, this isn't just any book. It's one of the most important collections of hadith. Those are the reports about the teachings and actions of the Prophet and his family. In Shia Islam, these are not just historical records. No, they're considered precious gifts of knowledge, the direct teachings of the Imams, peace be upon them, all compiled to provide guidance on every matter of faith. We're going to start with Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, alayhi salam, a man whose divine authority was said to extend over the physical world itself. Just picture this scene. It's one of immense danger. The Abbasid Caliph, al-Mansur, in a terrible act of aggression, orders his governor to set the Imam's home on fire. Fire completely engulfs the door and the corridor, trapping anyone who might be inside. This was designed for absolute destruction. But then, something absolutely unbelievable happens. Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq emerges, walking calmly through the inferno, literally stepping on the flames, completely unharmed. And as he does, he proclaims his sacred lineage, connecting his own protection to the miracle of Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, who also emerged safely from the fire. This wasn't just survival, this was a declaration. But this account goes way beyond just surviving a fire. It speaks to a command over the earth itself. The Imam tells his companions that he holds the keys to all of the earth's treasures, which is a bold statement, for sure, but one he's about to demonstrate in the most tangible way you can imagine. He shows this power with just a simple, almost casual gesture. He just draws a line on the ground with his foot, and the earth splits right open. He reaches in and pulls out a solid brick of gold, as his companions see countless more pieces just shining from within. The message is crystal clear. The wealth of the world is at his command. So this raises a really crucial question, doesn't it? If he had this power, why were his followers often in need? Well, the Imam's answer reveals the true purpose of this authority. He explains that this power isn't meant for worldly gain. The true reward for his followers is something far, far greater. The promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of paradise in the next life. This restraint is a form of divine wisdom. Okay, so let's move on and see how this builds from power over the physical world to authority over the unseen, over secrets and even salvation itself. The setting now shifts to one of political conspiracy. The Caliph Abu Ja'far al-Dawaniq devises a trap. He sends a messenger with property to distribute among the Ahl al-Bayt, alayhim salam, hoping he can find a reason to accuse them of gathering wealth and plotting against him. So the messenger approaches Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, but before he can even deliver his deceptive message, the Imam turns to him and recounts, word for word, the secret conversation the messenger just had with the Caliph. The messenger is stunned, and he reports back it was as if he was the third person with us. And here's the most stunning part. When the messenger returns and tells the Caliph what happened, the Caliph, the Imam's own enemy, makes an incredible admission. He declares that in a prophet's family, there is always a muhaddath, a person to whom angels speak, and that today, that person is Ja'far ibn Muhammad. This divine connection also extends to the fate of others. Through his companion, Abu Basir, the Imam sends a message to a sinful neighbor. And get this, the message is a direct, unqualified promise. Abandon your ways, and I will personally guarantee you paradise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The man is so moved by this that he immediately gives away all his illicit wealth. Later, as he lies on his deathbed, he faints, then awakens to tell Abu Basir, "Your master has fulfilled his promise." And when Abu Basir later visits the Imam, before he can say a single word, the Imam calls out from inside the house, confirming, "We fulfilled our promise to your friend." The narrative now escalates even further with the son of Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, Imam Musa al-Kazim, alayhi salam, through whom we see the ultimate demonstrations of divine authority. This divine station begins even before his birth. His mother, 𝗠𝐚𝐬, was purchased as a slave girl, but she was no ordinary woman. The accounts state she was protected by unseen forces, ensuring the purity of the sacred lineage. And this divine protection was made manifest in a pretty startling way. 𝗠𝐚𝐬 herself testified that anytime a traitor attempted to harm or corrupt her, a mysterious man with a gray beard would suddenly appear, physically strike the man, and force him away. The Imams later conferred this was an angel sent to guard her until she reached them. This divine power culminates in one of the most dramatic accounts. Imam Musa al-Kazim comes across a woman and her children just weeping. Their only cow, their sole means of survival, has died. The Imam simply asks if she would be happy if he brought it back to life. He then steps aside, offers a short prayer, approaches the dead animal, gives it a slight push, and it stands up, fully alive. The woman's reaction is immediate and totally instinctual. Witnessing this impossible event, she doesn't know who this man is, but she recognizes the power he wields. She cries out, comparing him to one of the greatest prophets of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jesus, son of Mary, who is also known for giving life.
So let's just recap what these accounts from al-Kafi are showing us. We've seen command over fire and earth, knowledge of secrets hidden from all others, direct protection and communication from angels, the authority to guarantee salvation, and finally, power over life and death itself. These aren't just miracles. They are presented as proofs of a divine station, a spiritual authority unlike any other.
And this leaves us with a final, profound question to consider. These accounts portray a power that transcends the laws of nature. If these events are understood as true, what do they tell us about the purpose of such authority and the spiritual reality of those chosen to wield it? What is the true meaning of such power?